Through all of the injuries and even the dramatics, Ja Morant remains one of the top point guards in the NBA. Just like Trae Young, Ja Morant needs a fresh start. With Memphis making him available, who wants this absolute superstar and highlight reel player? He's a guy that'll sell tickets and make fans excited for their team's future. What team should go after him, and what value does he bring? Welcome to Ja Morant's Trade Guide. Before we dive in, remember to like and subscribe if you like the video you're watching today. Comment below what you would like to see next. We appreciate all the support. Ja Morant going to a new team? Why? There's a lot of drama, a lot of dramatics that happened over the years, whether it was profanity or even this year being suspended by his own head coach. Now, without saying, he is a great player, but what value does he bring on the court? In the film we're about to break down, you will see that he puts immense pressure on a defense. Help side rotations are forced, allowing him to be a playmaker, but also his ability to finish mid-range and in is unmatched. Here we start with a great example of this. Before he gets a blow-by on VJ Edgecombe, you will see the help side defense's eyes looking straight at Ja Morant. Now, as we let it play on, Barlow for the Sixers will reach in and try and help. That's not good enough. So the next line of defense is Joel Embiid, who is known as a shot blocker, maybe not so much this year with the injuries and just trying to get back into things. But look at how the help side collapses. He could have kicked it out for a three where Barlow pinched at, or he could have tried throwing a slide off pass to the right block. Instead, we see immense body control from Ja Morant, slicing through and getting past Joel Embiid for a left-hand layup. So far this season, Ja Morant is averaging 19 points and 7 assists. It's not the greatest three-point shooting this year, which is 20%, but the way he puts pressure on the defense mid-range and in, like I said, you see the help side difference, and also his ball screen usage is a main factor. Teams still respect it and still step up to him, and his body control and just using his body to his advantage gets easy buckets for him and others. To take a further look into the pick and roll actions, we see one here, and he uses his body to seal off the defender as he's driving towards the lane. Also, he uses his own teammate and his roll man as a screen later on down through the drive and gets him that layup. But now for the part that y'all have been waiting for, is his trade guide. Where does he best fit? Where would I like to see him land and why? But before I jump into the two teams that I would like to see him go to, remember to like and subscribe if you've liked the video so far, and now let's get into it. The first team up is the Minnesota Timberwolves, but why? We all know how electrifying of a player Anthony Edwards can be, but the Minnesota Timberwolves have been a middle-of-the-pack team in the Western Conference over the last couple of years. They had a Western Conference final appearance in the last couple of years as well, but could never get over the hump. Their biggest move was to get Julius Randle to help out Anthony Edwards, which happened last year. But it didn't really work out as of yet. So, what better than to add one more superstar? As of now, the Timberwolves are 26-14 and the 4 seed in the Western Conference, coming off of a win against the San Antonio Spurs, which a lot of people think are title contenders. But what will take them over the next hump? It'll be Ja Morant. Ja Morant wouldn't be acquired to score, but to facilitate. Anthony Edwards just hit the 10,000 point mark for his career and was the third fastest to that mark. He averages 29 points per game, and Julius Randle also averages 22 points per game. So to be able to facilitate for these guys and the main two guys of the team would put Ja Morant in a decreased role, which I think would go well for him. Because he's such a great playmaker, I think these guys would also be elevated and that whole team would be elevated. The biggest hole on the Minnesota Timberwolves team right now is point guard, as Mike Conley is slowly aging and fading out of the rotation as he's been moved to the bench. Mike Conley is officially in this trade package if they were to do it. It would be him, Dante DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid for Ja Morant. You lose a little bit of your depth, but I really think that Ja Morant makes up for the difference. Dante DiVincenzo, a great shooter. You can fill in with that easily. Naz Reid would be the big hole to fill on this team if they were to make this deal. But moving on, let's get into his second best fit, which is the Miami Heat. This would allow him to not only star for a new team, but to lead a group of solid young talent that the Heat would be able to keep in a trade. This trade would include Tyler Hero, which would also give Memphis new hope as well by adding a scorer to their roster. But if they trade Star for star, Ja has a chance to change the trajectory of the Miami Heat season immediately. The Heat get to keep a lot of their young talent, and you feature solid wings around him with Wiggins and Powell. And if that's not enough, you still have Bam Adebayo on the roster as well. Whichever team trades for him will get a lot of great qualities out of him. He's an explosive downhill guard who is an emotional leader, an absolute killer in transition, one of the best pick and roll players in the league going downhill. And with that downhill ability, his paint finishes against rim protectors are all what make him elite. Morant is good enough to be untouchable and risky enough to be discussed. That's what makes him one of the most fascinating assets in the NBA. If you're a GM, do you trade him? And what team would maximize Ja's value and be his best fit? That'll do it for another episode of Court Vision, a Life in the Stands production. If you like what you saw and watched today, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate all the support we can get. Comment who you think he'll go to in a trade. And remember, until next time, the film never lies.